Lord, forgive me for all my sins. Forgive me for my blasphemy. Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell y'all, man, I'm a different man. Changed man. Oh Lord. I rock you, man. Using your beautiful name of fame. Oh Lord, come on. Forgive me, cause I did the same. Oh Lord, forgive them, they don't know the way. Come on. Oh Lord, we so filthy, man, we need to pray. Oh Lord, come on. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, drop to my knees and oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, drop to my knees. That's something like prodigal son, cause I came so filthy, and I know God's a merciful one, cause he forgives me. I was so weak that I feel like dying, I looked up to Jesus, and I know that he ran up on me while he's crying, son, come on with me, and then he started off treating me like a special. And all I had to do was love and commit, drop to my knees and praise the Lord as my king, then he got the biggest gap, give me it down, rain it down, then lift you son, and say with all my sins, and he said that he meant forgiven, also forgotten, so you know I gotta pay homage to the Lord of all lords, the God of all gods, who walks the path in this sign of man. I feel the right and anacondas trying to derail me off of his path, and every time I fall I hear laughs, then I look up and I see his hand to get up the promises and land far ahead, my child, but you don't want to anoint yourself. Pick your cross up, take your losses, and follow me up to my golden road. A beautiful land so world won't know, but you was blessed with an ocean flow. You was raised to save the nations, and don't ask why, cause I told you so. Okay, oh Lord, Lord, I'm gonna say what you want me to say. I pray that you help me to get the people saved. Please, I'm gonna follow you every day and night, cause my name's in the book of life, my life. Oh Lord, my soul is all I need to war against all these demons, and now I'm bleeding. Oh Lord, my soul is all I need to war against all these demons, and now I'm speaking using your beautiful name of fame. Oh Lord, forgive me, cause I did the same. Oh Lord, forgive them, they don't know the way. Oh Lord, we so filthy, man, we need to pray. Oh Lord, 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 drop to my knees and oh Lord, oh Lord, I like you, Lord, man. Oh Lord, how we doing here? Drop to my knees and using this beautiful name of vain. For this I am also guilty, I did the same. I mean, there was a time when I rhymed for my own gain. I was on my grind, I strive for fame. I'm alive, my project got my aim. I'm my own mind, I thought I was king. That's right, your boy dating was foolish. Plus, I claim to be the believer. But I gave Jesus that Judas love. I traded him for that money. But he still continued to pursue this thug and help me let go of sin till it all lay bare before him like a nudist dude.
Pause it.
Oh Lord, yes, Jesus took my heavy burdens. He bench pressed and he curled them. Into the sea of forgiveness, he hurled them. I put walls in my heart and he knocked them walls down like Berlin. Now covered by the land, no Sherlin. I mean the land that was slain for the world's sins. Oh Lord, yes, I.
Heavenly Father, thank you for our meals and our lives. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm dead. Yo, whoever just blew that shit up is about to get their whole world turned upside down real quick. Sorry. So you don't blow my dudes up. Who are you talking to?
To build a post-apocalyptic nursery.
That's perfect.
They are prepping for Armageddon, the apocalypse, the end of the world as we know it. They are doomsday preppers. Kenny once had dreams of becoming a country singer in Nashville. Instead, he became an insurance adjuster in Texas with a passion for something other than music.
Well, when I talk about a civil war, it's not going to be the North against the South. It's going to be the people against the government. The Second Amendment right was to protect ourselves from our own government. If it goes. And I think that's where we're headed.
Kenny foresees a day when Americans' right to own weapons will be repealed. He fears without the Second Amendment intact, there will be no check on government powers. A dictatorship will follow.
I believe our government is getting totally out of hand, and the way they lie to the people anymore and just take everything for granted, act like they're above the law, and that's been going on for way too long. Everybody feels the exact same way. Not just because of Texas, it's just everybody feels that way. My biggest philosophy is, it happens. It always has to me, and you better be prepared for it. I've got 6 months worth of food stockpiled, and you're crazy if you don't. I've got a fully outfitted scuba room, so I can go places you can't. I have a bomb-proof gun vault here with over 65 weapons in here to protect ourselves with. I have over 40,000 rounds of ammunition and the capability to make a whole lot more. I think our government...
That's your dad right there. You hear him? He was making bullets.
Class that they are from the general public when it comes to weapons. There's a lot more out there than than I think what they ever want to tangle with. I have several different types of assault shotguns, assault rifles, AR-15s, AK-47s in there.
Kenny believes that if a civil war happens, the government will attempt to suppress civilian uprisings by seizing all firearms using whatever means necessary. So he keeps his $135,000 worth of artillery under heavy-duty lock and key in a vault designed to withstand military-grade explosives.
Huh.
We have.
They couldn't even blow it up and get it if they wanted to.
Which is our gun vault. It's got a bank vault door on it that is very strong, fireproof, and the walls of our gun vault are 16 inches thick, solid concrete.
Kenny believes that the American government is already getting ready for war by buying up civilian ammunition to create a market
16 feet of concrete, wow.
He's bought all the tools to make sure he'll never have to go to the store for bullets again.
We have the capability to produce all of our own ammunition, because if the government tries to take over, then ammunition, firearms are all going to be history. It's not going to be available to the public any longer.
Kenny believes that a war between the U.S. government and its citizens will first result in deaths and mass injuries in population centers, then move outwards towards more rural areas. So he is ready to have his home, about an hour outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolis, serve as a makeshift field hospital to treat ballistic injuries.
Wow.
I've got all my medical supplies stored in here. We've got everything from band-aids and bandages to...
This dude knows what he's doing.
Sutures, scalpels, bone saws if needed, stuff to put cast on people with, splints for your legs, arms, ankles, wrists, knees.
Kenny fears that once war breaks out, hospitals will be seized by the government, making it difficult for resistance fighters to seek treatment for wounds. He's worried that if he or his wife Connie are shot, they'll need a blood transfusion. So he's asked their daughter Carrie to become proficient in drawing blood to start building up the family's private blood bank.
Huh.
I'm sure the government's going to try to put up a real strong battle there for a short time. Well, there may be a few 100,000 casualties out of it. In a worst case scenario, if somebody gets hurt, then we can have our own blood to put back in ourselves and not have to worry about getting to a hospital where they may not even be open anyway.
Right. Drawing my dad's blood makes me a little nervous.
The body of a man around Kenny's size typically holds more than 5 liters of blood. If he loses more than 1 liter of blood, which can happen easily from a ballistic injury, results can be fatal without a transfusion.
So tight?
Mm-hmm.
A little stick. It's gonna hurt just a little bit.
Push harder right here.
Okay.
Yep.
Because he never knows when war could break out, Kenny is planning to draw and store fresh blood every 35 days before it starts to degrade.
Are you okay, Dad?
I am fine. You done good.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, now you have your blood.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love you.
But if the Civil War Kenny fears should come to his Texas home, he has a larger plan to give him an edge. While many preppers build below-ground bunkers to protect themselves, Kenny is going above and beyond.
I'm building the ultimate command center to protect ourselves in case of a civil war.
55 miles outside Washington, D.C., Kevin Poole runs a metal manufacturing company with his wife, Melanie, and their 3 daughters, Amber, Haley, and Lindsay. Lately, Kevin's 5-person family has been growing, and growing, and growing.
It just so happened all 3 of my daughters were pregnant at the same time. I don't think they were planning it. I don't know if they're trying to torture Melanie and I, but we're looking forward to it. With the girls having babies, it's really kind of took us all by surprise at how much we have to change. You know, changes are coming, and everything that you know today will change. I'm prepping for an HEMP. An HEMP is a high-altitude electromagnetic pulse. It's basically an atomic bomb detonated high above the Earth's surface. Launching an HEMP against the United States. It's an easy way to fight. Knock out our grid, destroy our infrastructure and civilization as we know it.
Does he look crazy?
In 1 nanosecond.
Like the shit that he's saying, anybody would be like, yeah, right, he's crazy.
Vehicles stop running.
He ain't crazy. He knows what he's talking
just
about.
Picture planes falling from the sky. A month after an HEMP event, that statistics say that 70 to possibly 85% of the population would be dead. It's going to be a nightmare. I would go to just about any length to protect my family that I could imagine, to make sure they're safe. I built a radio frequency lab because I want to make sure all my electronics survive an EMP. I have a private gun range in case I need to defend my family. I own a manufacturing plant to build anything I need or want.
Including the U.S., there are 9 countries in possession of nuclear weapons that could theoretically launch an HEMP attack. If one were detonated, it could knock out the power grid and disrupt everything, including refrigeration, commercial food production, and transportation. So Kevin has stored 6 months of food in a small underground shelter. He's also inspired 2 of his 3 daughters to make prepper baby food.
Alright, so once it's all mushed up, you just spread it out.
That will stay fresh until his unborn grandchildren are through elementary school.
And then it has to dehydrate for 8 hours is how long, like, the vegetables take.
Kevin's daughters are pureeing fresh vegetables, then putting them in a dehydrator for 8 hours until they lose up to 95% of their moisture content.
Alright, and there's your carrots. Very cool, very cool.
And 50% of their volume for compact and easy storage.
Here's all the baby food that we made so far.
Dehydrated?
Yeah. You take a teaspoon and a half of this and mix it with an 1/8 cup of hot water, and voila, you got baby food.
It's like baby food?
Yeah.
Really?
My father is leading the prepping of this, and it's mainly because he was worried about all of us. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be doing anything because we don't have the manpower, we don't have the money. He's got all that, and he's just got this brain that goes and goes and goes.
What is that? Two pounds of carrots?
Yeah,
That's all it made?
It's a huge bag like this, yeah, and it
Really?
comes down to this. You're supposed to seal them in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber, and they said it will last 8 to 10 years. I dare you to try a little bite of that. I'll try it if you try it.
Here.
Ready?
1, 2. Lindsay and Haley are, I think they're kind of excited about it. They seem to enjoy it.
Oh, God. I don't want to eat it. So I'm eating my teeth.
I say a family that works together, preps together, will stay together, and I think we're doing pretty good.
Kevin's family is growing, so Kevin is expanding too. He's going beyond food storage and building a massive underground doomsday complex.
My family and I are building an underground shelter that'll become a baby bunker.
Kenny's preparing for a civil war he believes will lead hostile government forces right to his doorstep.
I think the government is just arrogant enough that they think they're going to be able to bring it to our own streets, invoke a martial law. I think the government has their own private hit squads, and I think they would try to put up a pretty good fight, and anybody caught up in it is going to be in a world of hurt if they're not prepared.
Although the American Civil War lasted 4 years, some ongoing civil wars around the world have lasted decades. To prepare for a potentially lengthy conflict, Kenny has spent months drafting the ultimate prepper home improvement plan that will turn his split-level ranch into a hardened structure.
I kind of drew a set of plans here for something that I want to build on top of the house.
It's a bulletproof command and control center that will literally rest on top of his house.
On top of the house?
To build a 3rd story on. It's going to have 3 bulletproof windows on the front of it. And then down below that, there's going to be shooting ports under each one of them. The walls are going to be bulletproof, the glass will be bulletproof, so we'll be totally safe up there.
But it's how high up there?
It's about going to be about 28 feet off the ground. I hope it's not ever necessary that we need it, but as bad as things are getting, I would rather build it and have it and not need it than not have it and need it, you know? It's pretty serious what's going on in our country right now. You good with it?
I'm good.
Awesome. I knew you would be.
Kenny knows that the job will take nearly 1.5 tons of wood. So he's ordered a flatbed truck full from a local businessman, Johnny Carpet. Last year, Johnny saw home lumber sales decrease. So he adjusted his business pitch to appeal to a niche market that has become a billion-dollar industry, prepping.
The important thing is when you're one to survive the apocalypse. Whether it's a solar flare, a zombie apocalypse, nuclear war, you're not going to get a second chance, so you want to get first quality.
We're glad y'all are down here today. We're going to be building a bulletproof room on top of the house up here, just in case our government gets a little more stupid on us. That's what all this lumber that y'all brought here today is going to be for. Then we'll start standing the walls up.
By adding a command and control center on top of his house, Kenny is attempting to increase his tactical elevation advantage, a military strategy that is still used today to maintain authority in counterinsurgency conflicts. He hopes this command center will allow him to see approaching forces from miles away.
12-inch by 5.5 foot windows. There'll be 3 of them across the front, so you can actually see out all through here and all on the sides of it too.
With just the basic lumber skeleton, Kenny's command center weighs over 3,000 pounds, and the local city planner has questioned if the 30-year-old home can handle the extra weight. But Kenny is convinced this command and control center he designed himself won't collapse the existing room.
It looks big.
What?
What about the weight?
Well, we're going to put bulletproof windows in all them slots up there. That will stop up to 50 caliber rounds coming through there. So it should be able to stop everything shy of a tank. It's going to look just like the rest of the house and be really pretty too.
In addition to providing visibility, Kenny believes his command center must serve 3 mission-critical activities: receiving information from other resistance cells, processing that input strategically, and sending out commands to other opposition fighters.
Isn't it an awesome view from up here?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now, this is absolutely the American dream for anybody that wants to survive any kind of a catastrophe or a civil war, to know that you can be up here and see every threat all the way around.
All right. I trust you.
Kenny believes that if civil war breaks out, every single day will be a life-or-death struggle for Americans. So each day, he is taking bigger risks to get ready and prove that his command and control center can withstand military-grade weapons. Kevin Poole is prepping for an HEMP attack on the United States. For the past few years, he's been working on a super-sized prep to protect his large family.
I've been working on building this shelter for the past 2 years in an undisclosed location not too far from my home. Our family's growing, so our shelter needs to grow. And actually built it 3 phases. Food storage is the first. Second, a tunnel leading to another shelter, and beyond that, sleeping quarters with a generator.
Kevin's underground shelter is essentially a large Faraday cage. A metal box, he thinks, will diffuse an electromagnetic pulse attack before it can destroy any electronics inside. It took him 2 years to finish the bunker's 3-part skeleton in his shop, and now he's finally ready to put on the finishing details that he believes are critical to long-term underground survival.
When you're inside of a shelter, even trash can be a threat. And when trash rots, it can cause health issues. So you want your air to stay healthy and clean, so you have to properly dispose of everything.
That looks good. Let's go ahead and set it up there and see how it looks, all right?
A family of Kevin's size will produce over 1,800 pounds of trash every 30 days, enough to fill the floor of the bunker a foot deep in less than a year. So Kevin is building a 10-foot-long trash chute to save his family from their own waste.
Put all of your trash in here, but it still has a residue of things that can rot and smell. So the idea is we have to make an airtight door here that's insulated so it doesn't sweat.
You'd be able to compact your trash and it has a ventilation hood built inside of it with a blast valve, because you have overpressure in your shelter. As soon as you open the door, overpressure takes over, creates a venturi inside, and starts to take the smell outward.
A venturi is a suction system. When Kevin opens the trash hatch in the bunker, air flows from the large space into the narrow pipe, forcing trash fumes away from the living space. A function that will be crucial if his family has to stay underground, literally from cradle to grave.
There's a high rate of suicide in shelters. And I don't know exactly what that statistic is, but I understand it's on the high side.
So let me show you this trash tube. I want to explain that to you.
It's huge.
You can see this is about 10 foot. It's on a little bit of an angle.
Anytime we're prepping, Amber would rather just not be here. She doesn't want to be involved with prepping. I understand that.
Actually, it's big, you know, and suicide rate's kind of high in these shelters.
We get stuff up out of here.
It's big. That's exactly what it's designed for, to be honest
For
with
our
you.
body.
It is.
That kind of drives us all crazy because he's constantly thinking 10 steps ahead.
If you had somebody pass away, if you don't do something with their body, you know, you're going to start getting disease. We would all die. So it's actually built big enough for that if you need it. Then you could sprinkle lime in there or whatever it might be.
Now, I understand that it's good that we have that, but
well, that's real.
All right,
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it though.
Once we start talking about decomposing bodies in a trash tube, that's it for me.
Kevin has spent 2 years building the ultimate bunker for his family, but doesn't know if after Doomsday, Amber and her baby will be on board. Kenny is prepping for a war between the U.S. government and its... He's building a hardened command center on top of his house, where he thinks he can gather enemy intelligence and eliminate approaching threats at long range. He believes government forces may come at him with not only bullets, but bombs. So he's asked his friend John, a ballistic glass designer, for some help.
Okay, Kitty, this has the 14 mil bomb blast product on it.
John's glass is made bulletproof and blast-proof by using a special 14mm thick security film. It creates an elastic plastic surface that can dissipate the force of an explosion.
All right, we've got the film on the top, but not the bottom, so we can see the difference between them. Correct. The top glass has been treated, the bottom glass has not. This is going to save your life. Yes, sir. Cool.
Kenny is firing at a canister of the explosive tannerite suspended in front of the test window. He believes this will simulate the explosive breach technique used by SWAT teams to blow open entrance points in compounds under siege.
What do we have here, Ken? If you'd have been behind that, you would have been hurt. Top pane stayed intact on the inside pane. It just blew the outer pane, sir. I mean, nothing. Nothing at all. No cuts.
John has also brought along Armor Core, a fiberglass panel that is used in courtrooms and prisoner transport vehicles because it is designed to withstand everything from a pistol to a cannon. He believes so much in its strength that he is willing to risk everything on a final demonstration.
Well, he's putting his life on the line for it, so he must be pretty sure of it, too.
It's going to be fine.
All right.
Stand over there. Let's get this done.
Fire wheel, boys!
Kevin Poole believes a high-altitude EMP attack on America is inevitable.
It will fry all of our electronics in a nanosecond, and it'll basically take us back to the Stone Age. And that's a very scary thought.
So, like many preppers, he is building an underground bunker to protect his family. But unlike most preppers, Kevin's bunker must accommodate 11 people and 3 newborn babies.
We have to prepare for the kids, for the babies.
This is where we're going to put a baby hammock. It bolts in here and here. 3 different baby hammocks. There'll be a little spot that you can set the kids.
We're designing a new shelter with the newborns in mind, and have decided to build some hammock areas in there for them where they stack. It's a lot less room than a crib would take up, and they can all sleep at the same time.
Probably put some blankets or something in there. There we go, voila, baby beds. That's perfect.
What would you do? How would you protect your family? What would you do for your child? Would you steal from your neighbor? Would you rob somebody? Would you fight for it? What wouldn't you do? Might be a better question.
Kevin thinks he has thought of every detail to make his family comfortable inside the shelter. Now, he needs a door to make sure the chaos he fears can't touch them.
I'm building a security door that's armor plating. It's going to be grout filled, like 12,000 PSI. It'll have a gun portal built in it and armored glass to withstand a 7.62 round. Come on, Charlie. After we have the door cut out, it's going to move to the press brakes and we'll bend it. Let's finish these last couple bends and get it over to the weld shop, okay? All right. If there were an EMP that hit the United States, I'd be worried that somebody would break in, possibly hurt one of our family members, and, you know, this is one way. They're going to have a heck of a time getting through this.
Kevin designed the security door to have 3 layers of protection. The outer layer is 10-inch gauge steel with an armored plate behind it. Beyond that, Kevin will fill the door with grout made from water and cement. Each inch of the grout can handle 12,000 pounds of pressure before it fails.
We're mounting the glass, and the glass is about 2 7/8 thick. It's real armored glass like you see on one of the fighting vehicles in Iraq. Nice fit. It has armor in the front, armor in the back.
Wow.
So this can be a truly airtight, watertight door. Military grade, residential. We're going to take it over to our shooting range and let it have it.
Kevin built the security door to withstand a 7.62 round, a bullet that is used in military assault rifles. But he believes it must also be able to withstand an uncommon level of force.
This is a 50 caliber BMG API incendiary round. This is an API round, 308 for armor piercing. We're going to see if our door can handle it.
Armor-piercing ammo is unpredictable and destructive enough to be banned at many gun ranges. But Kevin is ready to risk an explosion to find out if his...
You hear that? What is that?
He's offered what could be a once-in-a-lifetime demonstration. Facing fire from 3 handguns, protected by less than an inch of anti-ballistic material.
Fire will, boys. All right, going hot. Look at there, not even a dimple. All you can see is little discolorations. Just slight discoloration. Same note, where are all the projectiles at? As you can see here, the projectiles are still embedded into the material. I mean, flattened it out to nothing. Come here, sweetheart, give me a hug. See, I'm still alive. You get to go home with me tonight.
Since the early 1990s, there's been an increase in civil conflicts worldwide. And Kenny thinks it's only a matter of time before the U.S. and its citizens are at war. So he's installing the bomb-proof glass immediately.
Now for our high-definition viewing. Oh, that is clear, isn't it?
But covering his entire command center with the armor core panels would cost over $10,000.
Just want to say panel up.
So he's using only one panel to cover the part that is most vulnerable to the road. And crafting an economical option modeled after a technique used by American soldiers on the front line to bulletproof the rest.
We're going to put sand inside the wall. We're doing this so it'll slow the bullets down so they won't penetrate through.
Some combat vets report that sandbag walls can withstand hundreds of rounds of fire and rocket-propelled grenades.
Huh.
If we're not going to sand fill the walls and stop the bullets, I mean, hell, there wasn't no sense in building this whole thing to start with. We might as well just set up on top of the house and try to shoot people and then be picked off one at a time off the roof. Every step that we're doing to this thing has a specific reason. It's not done just for some harebrained scheme. It's stuff that I have thought out for quite some time over all this stuff.
So it's a 50-pound bag. How many bags is it going to take to come up to the 4-foot height?
Well, this one filled in about up to here. So it's going to take about probably 4 bags to get up to the 4-foot level. It's going to take about 200 bags.
200 bags?
Yep.
So that 200 bags?
Yep.
So how many pounds is that? 10,000 pounds?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm just concerned about it damaging the structure of the home, of our house, you know, tearing up our house that we've worked 30 years to build, you know. Put a lot of time and effort into it. And it is concerning. To me it is.
Kenny's fortress is almost complete, but the 10,000 pounds of sand makes the entire structure weigh 13,000 pounds. And this addition could take his family's home to the breaking point.
What are you doing to our house?
I'm making it better.
Kevin Poole is building a bunker to protect his large and growing family from a high-altitude EMP attack that he fears could cause a countrywide blackout. Now, he's testing to see if the most destructive bullets available pierce the door he built to be indestructible.
There it is. These are 50 caliber BMG ball rounds. Did not make it through. The armor piercing 50 cal did make it through. This door was designed for 7.62, so it shows you we're real close.
But a test proved there's still room for improvement.
So we can make a few changes, add a little bit more plate. One of the two ball rounds did. After testing the security door at the farm, we made some improvements. We went in with a higher PSI grout, and the door is a lot heavier now. But we got it in, it's working great.
The entrance to the bunker isn't Kevin's only vulnerability. He fears that the oxygen intake and carbon dioxide output points can be deadly weak spots for any bunker building prepper.
One of the most important things is air ventilation. Without air, you're not going to survive. Where you hide your air ventilation. It could be a pile of rocks, it could be a dead tree, it could be a planter, it could be a birdhouse, it could be anything that you can imagine people would stare at and wouldn't realize it was an air intake.
This is a birdhouse. This is a 4-inch exhaust pipe, but it comes up to an area that's all perforated in here, and then it gets capped with this. Air will come up, and it'll evacuate out of these holes. So we're just trying to make it look like every other birdhouse.
Cool.
And gets a roof on it.
I thought we would just go underground but it's not gonna work like that.
On the outside, they could suffocate you. They could shut your air off and basically drive you out of the shelter. And that's what you don't want.
It's an above-ground planter, but it also acts as air intake. All these holes are for air ventilation. They're hidden. You can't see them from the outside. We've got spray nozzles every 12-inch on center. This pan drops in the top of it. And that way you can plant vegetables or a garden or whatever it is. And you finally get your garden now.
Yeah, you have to wait till the end of the world comes to plant me a garden.
With all the final elements in place, Kevin is finally ready to make his baby bunker a reality. But when it comes time to bury this 40,000-pound, 14-person shelter, the weight of this supersized prep,
Let it down. That thing is getting all screwed up.
could come crashing down around him. Kenny is building a rooftop command center, complete with ballistic-proof windows. He's bulletproofing the walls using 10,000 pounds of sand. But the weight of these reinforcements could cause the entire house to collapse.
It'll hold it.
You're sure?
Yeah, because all these walls are built.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm positive it will.
Positive.
I would not tear our house up. County's a little bit concerned about the weight, but she's not the only one. I've heard that from the city building inspectors and a lot of people, but they just don't realize what the structure is up underneath this. I understand their concerns, but you know, but I feel very comfortable with it, or I wouldn't do it to start with.
Okay.
We got to sleep under here.
I'm holding you to it.
All right. Cool.
But Kenny is still worried that if his house becomes a target for the government, it won't be enough to just be bulletproof. He also wants an effective way to shoot back. So he's installing 10 sliding gun portals.
Connie, hold this door in place so it doesn't fall out on me when I'm putting it in place.
Okay.
Hold it right there. How's it feel?
Feels good.
Good. That looks good too. Good and solid.
It's a little heavy, but...
Yep. Well, they gotta be so bullets don't go through them. All right, we've got that last one installed, thank goodness. And then these windows all down the front of here are going to be very important because you've got a full view of the neighbors across the street, of all the driveways, the roads entering into this whole subdivision from up here. So all the way plumb down through there, you can take out anybody on the roads coming here before they ever even get to the house. You see everything pretty good?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So rat-a-tat-tat and take them down.
If we ever need the gun portals, I'm a really good shot. Kenny's taught me well. He says I'm a better shot than him sometimes.
Kenny's rooftop command center offers visibility and protection. Now, he's ready to make it into a resistance fighter's communications hub. Kenny's installing a ham radio system and a 60-foot antenna, which he will use to disseminate information to nearby preppers who he can collaborate with.
Yes, Bravo 1, we pick up your signal. Bravo 1, thanks for the radio check. You're not going to be able to pick up your cell phone and call someone or your house phone. They're going to shut all those systems down. So only the people that have shortwave radios, which are ham radios, therefore, other people that's prepping in this area and stuff, we can contact them, let them know what's going on, and keep up with everybody.
But Kenny worries that his command center will be useless for transmitting battle information if it's compromised by the enemy in any way. So he's leaving no stone unturned in a task to find out if his 13,000-pound outpost will still be standing after a siege.
There's two coming around the side.
For the last 2 years, Kevin Poole has been putting together 15 tons of metal, hundreds of pounds of concrete and rebar, and thousands of dollars worth of supplies to protect his family of 14 people, 20 feet underground.
Today we want to set our shelter in the ground. It's our phase 2. We have to dig the hole, set the shelter in the hole, and then cover it up, run our air lines, cover it up.
Hey, it's a little bit more right in there. That's good, Rob.
Once we're done, no one will ever know what's under the ground.
You gonna tilt back hard on that, Gary? All right, he's gonna have to come this way a little bit. Yeah, you're good there, Gary. As far as center, you're good. We're gonna get the back and grab this end of it and then walk it back. Okay, great. Now we're talking.
All right, come on up there. We're hooking up the chains to the lifting eyes, and we're using the backhoe for one end and a big forklift for the other end. So we'll have it hooked up here in a minute and be able to drop it in the hole.
Yeah, we gotta get it.
We poured a lot of money into this and a lot of time into it, and oh my God, tons of sweat into it, and you know, we're just not going to give it away, and we're damn sure ain't going to give it up easy.
So far, Kenny's Texas home hasn't buckled under the recent addition of the 13,000-pound command and control center. But Kenny won't feel completely prepared for war until he lays down a ground level of defense. So he's setting a trap to extend the defensive perimeter of his command center. Kenny's rigging a canister of an undisclosed explosive to 2 copper wires to make this pile of rocks in front of his house a kill zone.
If anybody ever did try to attack this house, the stones that we have all down the front of the house here is a very good hiding place for people to get behind to shoot at us up in our command center. this mine that would actually be placed on the other side of the rocks that would automatically dispatch anybody that was on the other side of them.
Now, Kenny and Connie are ready to test every defensive and offensive component of the command center in a simulated attack.
That's smart as
There's a
fuck.
lot of friends of mine that I called that's come over here. Johnny Bulletproof is a guy that I got my glass from up there. Him and some of his friends and family are going to be part of the ones doing the attack on the house to see how it works out for us. Oh, hell, baby. Come on. Go up in the safe room. Come on.
The assault team on the ground will be made up of 5 members. Each one will be given 30 rounds of blanks. Kenny and Connie will have 60 blanks apiece. The attackers win the simulation if they can breach the command and control center before they run out of ammo.
Keep an eye. Oh, yeah.
From the command center, Kenny and Connie can shoot in a 360-degree rotation, a strategy for small units facing multiple enemies.
There's 2 coming around the side.
All right, they're taking cover behind the rocks right there. I knew they would. All right, I'm going to do it. God dang, that was a pretty good explosion. All right, we got the 3 on the right.
I'm out. They got us.
The right flank of intruders is now out of ammunition. To win the drill, Connie and Kenny must outlast the final 2 targets.
2 coming around the side. There's 2 coming around the back.
All right, let's get around there then. Here they come. I hear them.
They're coming.
I'm out.
Put your guns down and keep your hands up.
Your hands out. Don't move. No witnesses.
All right.
They're gone. It was easy to pick them off. Congratulations. We did good.
Good deal, baby. High five. Yep.
Because we had such a bird's eye view of everything.
Shooting ports worked great. See out the windows all the way around. The mines worked fantastic.
That was great.
We're just normal people like everybody else. I think we're just a little more prepared and a little wiser about what we think is coming. Even though we all can work together to save this country and save each other, I think everybody else needs to also be dependent on themselves also.
What are you doing, cat food breath?
Is preparing for an HEMP attack by burying a 40,000-pound bunker.
Gonna go outside?
But after an accident, construction was set back 30 months.
Back to the drawing board, man.
We did our chain falls, and we lowered the shelter into the ground, anchored it, ran our air manifolds, and covered it up.
Doing so cool. So cool.
Yeah, that's a security door.
In that time, 3 new prepper babies joined the family.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
And the family is coming together to introduce the newborns to the subterranean life they will lead if there is an HEMP attack.
So you're saying we're 6 foot under, so when we open this hatch, 6 foot of dirt is going to come down on top.
It'll end up on the floor when you get out. It's only use it one time. If you have to.
We never have to use it at
Right.
all.
That's right.
What do you think, Brock?
I used to spend a lot of time thinking about prepping before I started doing it. Now it doesn't consume me. I feel comfortable with what I have.
To check to see if the babies will fit in the baby hammock.
You know, in America we have a lot of creature comforts that other countries don't have. You know, and if you're willing to work hard, you can gain do just about anything you like.
Oh, she fits perfect.
And live in any type of home, drive any kind of car, have a swimming pool, whatever you like.
She's liking it a lot, actually.
But if an HEMP happens, none of that means anything, and none of it's going to work. So you have to figure out a way to protect yourself.
Kenny and Kevin, the experts, practical preppers, have assessed your preps. Kenny, your stockpiles of medical supplies and food are commendable, as is your rooftop command center. However, we believe you would need more tactical training to hold the command center in a realistic siege situation.
Going and getting a little bit of tactical training and some hand-to-hand combat training both for me and Connie both.
Kevin, the experts approve of having a 3-part bunker in place for your family shelter.
The experts
However,
approve.
we believe that the waste produced by 14 people over time could exceed your trash tube's capacity.
I'm not as prepared as I need to be, but we're working on it.
The odds of an HE&P attack on the United States are low, as very few nations have both the motivation and the capability to wage such an attack. America's government is built around checks and balances and personal freedoms, which are all designed to prevent any one individual or group from taking unilateral action. The possibility of civil war in the U.S. is unlikely.
Right.
So when my tech startup needed a new logo, I went to Fiverr and got one. It's simple. Just search, click, and you're done. Logo ordered. And that's how you get it done. Now, I look like a boss in front of my coworkers.
Stop dreaming and get your logo at Fiverr.com.
Across the country, ordinary Americans from all walks of life are taking whatever measures necessary to prepare.
I'm preparing for a global earthquake, an electromagnetic pulse,
total economic collapse, terrorist attack, comet impacts with planet Earth,
And protect themselves
pounce on the prey.
from what they perceive is the fast approaching end of the world as we know it.
You are the most stubborn son of a bitch I've ever met in my life, I swear to God.
Next, we go inside the lives of 2 committed preppers who have devised extensive plans.
I could probably send this all straight down into the highway.
Gone to great lengths.
You're gonna die, buddy.
And make huge personal sacrifices to ensure their very survival.
Are you doing okay down there?
The experts will assess their preps to see if they have what it takes to survive.
If you come looking for trouble, I can give you trouble.
This is Doomsday Preppers. Up here in the Tennessee mountains, hauling boulders is big business. It's also incredibly dangerous.
If you're not afraid, you have no business being in this thing.
Locals know Doug as Rockman. As the owner and operator of his own rock quarry for the past 11 years, he's risked life and limb hauling thousands of tons of Tennessee mountain stone. Facing rock slides, narrow roads, steep drops,
If you slide off of there, you're gonna fall about 800 feet.
and natural threats.
Timber rattlers, copperheads, dangers all around up here.
But there's one danger that has the Rockman really terrified.
I'm prepping for an economic collapse that will change the world forever. Our economy is in distress, and I don't see it getting better. Can you imagine paying $17 trillion back? Any person that's been in business for themselves understands how difficult it is to come out of a hole once you're in it. We saw it firsthand. Landscape stone's probably the first thing somebody's going to cut out of their budget if they need to save money. They're going to go buy food or water or books for school. They're certainly not going to buy a pretty rock and stick it in their front yard.
Doug and his wife Charisse are afraid that what they've seen happen to their town could soon spread across the entire nation.
It's going to be hard for this town to come back alive. You know, like this building, what do they do here? Nothing. This one, nothing. If there's no money going around, it's going to be a lot of distressed people. Chaos breaks out. Looting will be a big issue. Could last 10 years. We don't know.
Doug's first step to surviving the nationwide financial doomsday he fears is ensuring he's well stocked in alternate currency he plans to barter with if the dollar's value drops to zero. So once a week, he drives to the bank, trades paper money for stacks of $half, and goes on a treasure hunt.
When there's an economic collapse, your paper money is going to be worth
I'll split it with you.
So what I'm trying to do is get a stash of some silver coins. I searched for silver that the government didn't pull out. Today, I swapped out $1,000 in paper money for $1,000 in $half.
American half-dollar coins issued before 1970 were made using 40 to 90% real silver. So Doug spends hours each week roll hunting for precious metals and old coins.
I just look at the rims, and if you can see copper, you know it's not silver. You see the green one? I don't see the copper, so let's keep our fingers crossed, and there might be one right there in the middle of that roll. We'll see here in just a second. 12 silver coins out of 20. That's a home run. Face value, $6. Silver value, $100. That means we eat. That's food. That's clothes. It'll just give you chills. You know, you break out with the little goosebumps when you get that great roll. You know, I get excited.
And then he takes them back to the bank.
Roll hunting is just the beginning of Doug's preps. To ensure that his wife and daughter are safe after an economic collapse, lately the Rock Man has been digging for something more than silver.
Recently, we've been spending probably 4 hours a day getting the bunker ready. Being in the stone industry has given me an advantage over most people. We have equipment, we have employees, we have the land. All that is a large part of building a bunker.
Doug expects he'll spend around $45,000 turning an old shipping container into a bunker. His plan is for it to serve as an underground home for his family after an economic collapse.
Technically, I'm standing in the master bedroom. It's not going to be very big. It's going to be about 8 by 8. Then once you step out of the master bedroom, we'll have bunks here. They'll fold up and down. There'll be one up top and one at the bottom. And this is going to be the bathroom.
The bunker's water tank will allow 2 gallons each day per person for drinking, washing hands, using the toilet, and taking a shower. The average American uses 50 times that amount daily.
Americans are used to, 70-gallon showers. Those days will be over when you're in here. Life changes dramatically.
Doug's moving 840 cubic feet of stone and dirt, around 85 dump trucks worth, to dig a hole for the 8 by 40-foot shipping container. Another 30 dump trucks worth is excavated to make room for the septic tank a few feet away. It's planted even deeper in the ground, so human waste will run downhill.
When the crap hits the fan, you better have a place to crap.
Before he buries his bunker, Doug is going a step beyond most preppers. Simply lowering the bunker into the hole is cheap and easy. But Rockman believes in the value of a good foundation.
We're going to try to shoot you right here off this corner, right down into there. The concrete is going to be the most expensive part of the whole bunker.
He's spending an extra $16,000 on concrete to reinforce the base and walls. Doug believes this step is critical to preventing water damage and keeping the bunker structurally sound long term.
It's exciting to see the concrete go.
Today, Doug's pouring 2 feet of concrete for the bunker's foundation. When he's done and the bunker is lowered in, he'll pour another 2 feet on top.
The container will be reinforced also with extra steel, and it will be watertight, be sprayed with a waterproof paint, and then will be wrapped in plastic and then covered up completely in case. This bunker literally will be here in 150 years.
But until the bunker is finished, Doug's forced to find other places to hide all his preps. Some preppers may choose closets or basements for backup storage, but for the Rockman, the natural solution is to bury what he needs under rocks. Currently, He keeps caches of food, water, and
That's
weapons
smart as
right
fuck.
across his property. Each bucket is sealed airtight and hidden beneath a slab of Tennessee mountain stone.
It's just simple, quick, get out of Dodge stuff. What you gotta have to survive one day. If I'm out looking for food and water for my family, I can't be helping somebody else. We can't be doing any good for society, which society's gonna need help at that point in time. I don't find myself weird. I don't find anybody else that preps weird. It's just something you should do. And don't be ashamed that you're a prepper, because if you're a prepper, I guarantee you, we don't see you on TV standing there saying, I need help. It just takes a burden off of society.
After a decade hauling stone, Rockman knows firsthand that when it's man versus Boulder, Boulder always wins. So to prepare for possible anarchy after the economic collapse he fears, he's planning to put looters between 15,000 pounds of rock and a hard place. Rockman Doug is preparing for an apocalyptic economic collapse that he fears will unleash anarchy across America. Recently, he's reached one of his major prepping goals, storing enough food to feed 2 families for half a year.
Each thing is individually packed. It comes in a pail, which protects it from getting moisture in it. Upon the completion of the bunker, all this is going to be moved to it and put on its safe storage shelf in the bunker.
Doug's food supply is more than twice what his 3-person family needs. That's because he's offered space in his bunker to Inez, his best friend and foreman at the rock quarry.
Inez is probably one of the best persons I know. He's a hard worker. He cares for his family. He loves his country. He loves his job.
I came here around the 9/11. I saw what happened, so I wanted to be prepared. For any reason, if something happened, we have to come and share my family with Doug's family. He made room for me. We're going to be 7 people.
Huh.
It's going to be that. It's going to be that.
Doug's and Inez's families plan to live together in the bunker after a financial apocalypse. So before it comes, they are partnering together to work out a defense strategy. They've developed a 3-tiered security plan that centers around the lethal weapons they know best: rocks.
The riffraff thugs, they're the ones that are going to be the trouble. They're going to start right away. They're not going to wait a month, 2 months. It's going to happen a day or 2 after, and they're going to start coming. If you come looking for trouble, I can give you trouble.
Doug and Inez will use rocks in 3 different ways. Part 1 of their plan is offensive, blocking the roads leading up to Doug's house. He's built a rock slide that he says only he knows how to trigger.
I could probably send this all straight down into the highway if I wanted to, by just simply pulling a few keystones from the bottom. Of course, I know which ones to pull, nobody else does. This is a deadly force. This would pummel you into dust. And Inez and I are going to go up here to the top. We're going to roll one down. You can see what one rock's going to do versus, 10,000 rocks. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, actually.
If there were more rocks, probably they would go farther down.
That's half the weight of a vehicle and 5% of the size of a car. It just go right through it.
Mm-hmm.
It was impressive. I liked it.
Yeah.
The trajectory was perfect. So it's a plan.
We want to be prepared. If we get to a point where we need it and it doesn't work, we want to know that it's going to work and we are going to be protected and our families are going to be protected.
Strategic rock slides are just one way Doug and Inez plan to use rocks to defend their families from chaos after an economic collapse. For part 2 of their plan, they're going to attempt to use rocks to create covered firing positions in case the bunker comes under attack.
Basically, we're gonna make a shallow indention in the ground, and we're just gonna put some boulders in here.
Doug and Inez are stacking flat rocks to create pillboxes, fortified defense posts that provide cover against small arms fire. This is a model of what will be a full-scale 15,000-pound project.
And once your hole is dug about 2 feet and you get behind your boulders, you'll be able to shoot through these 2 openings.
They plan to build 4 full-size pillboxes, 1 pile on each corner of the bunker. So if invaders do get close, they can use the walls as cover while firing back from multiple angles.
If we have the right rock, I'd like to put one across the top right there. So now you've got all 3 spots and you're still protected. You're behind your barricade. I think it's fairly simple. We're just going to build it right there. We'll just grab the machine and see what we can do.
Okay. We'll do it.
All right. Like a gap right here, and like a small gap right here.
The prepper rule of redundancies states that preppers should always incorporate a backup plan to account for failure. So even with the bunker fortified by pillboxes and the highway blocked by a rock slide, Doug and Inez still have one last failsafe.
Under extreme circumstances, I would take some of the boulders that we pulled off the mountain that I have here, and I would barricade the driveway. In a worst case scenario, you really don't know how much time you've got. The closest city where people would be coming from to the rural areas is probably 35 or 40 minutes away, so time is of the essence. There you go.
If they can build a wall in time, they feel confident outsiders, without heavy machinery, won't be able to get in. But they'll need to find flat rocks to minimize gaps and create the strongest possible fortification.
If the stones are not level, then you can take a large boulder about 3,000 pounds and you can move it with one hand. You got to get it touching in many places, so it's got to sit level and flat, and you won't move it.
Thank you, Ben.
Inez does have to be perfect. He did not like that rock just then. He looked at it, turned around, picked it up, brought it down here, and then was like, nope. He went back for more.
After 35 minutes, the rock wall is 4 feet high, which Rockman believes is enough to deter most civilian vehicles.
It might not look great, but it would serve the purpose. Nobody would get through it.
We did it. Do you know how much those rocks weigh? They weigh 4,000 pounds. There are some that weigh 2,000 pounds. So basically, right there on that little wall, probably you have 20,000 pounds of boulders. You know, if you have a truck, you know, if it hits that wall, you're going to get hurt.
Inez and I, we want to be the solution, not the problem. More than likely, we'll meet you at the gate, and we'll offer you help. Because that's just the type of people we are. We want to help you. But if need be, we'll protect everything we got.
Hey, you guys order a pizza?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now it's time for pizza?
Doug, the experts, practical preppers, commend you for using your expertise in rocks to keep your family safe. Your dehydrated food supply is excellent. However, with your acreage, you can easily supplement it by growing fresh fruit and vegetables.
We will have another garden next year, and we will immediately start storing more food.
To determine how long you could initially survive a catastrophe, Practical Preppers has scored your preps in 5 categories of 20 points each, for a total possible score of 100. Food, 12 out of 20 points. Water, 11 out of 20 points. Shelter, 19 out of 20 points. Security, 13 out of 20 points. In addition, Your isolated property, bunker, and roll hunting for silver coins are excellent preps, giving you 14 X-Factor points. Your total score is 69 out of 100. You have 12 months initial survival time.
I will have that increased. When I finish the bunker, I will be much, much more prepared.
Jeff Flanagan once lived a life filled with fast boats, fast cars, and women. But 3 years ago, he gave it all up to spend his time in a place he plans to call home. Home sweet home. After Doomsday. Oh. 37-year-old Jeff Flanagan is alone. Hotel rooms, lonely nights at bars. Lately, this is his life. Jeff hasn't had much time for women in recent years because he has a secret. 19 desolate acres in central Kansas with no roads, no neighbors, and no witnesses. This is where Jeff spends most of his time, home sweet home, building his version of the perfect bachelor pad. But Jeff's ultimate man cave is more than just a basement rec room. It's a decommissioned, intercontinental, ballistic missile silo.
Huh.
After 50 years of neglect and vandalism, he's bringing it back to life in the hope that he, and hopefully a special someone, can one day use it to survive Doomsday.
I'm preparing for a catastrophic economic collapse.
The national debt currently totals more than $16 trillion. Jeff believes that if nothing is done to change this, the U.S. could go from being a global economic leader to a nation struggling to provide food, water, and power. He worries that the consequences of such a collapsing economy could last indefinitely.
Transportation system falls apart, fuel costs go through the roof, people can't get the goods that they need. The normal courtesy that we share with our fellow man is going to degrade and get thrown out of the window. Violence would be rampant. I don't think anyone can know how long an event like that could last, but I know I need to be prepared to stay off the grid for as long as it takes. I own an Atlas F missile silo. The possibilities that the silo offers are endless, and it leaves a lot of room for imagination and creativity.
Once Jeff spots signs that he thinks could precipitate a financial collapse, such as failing banks, he plans to bug out to the silo, 800 miles away from his hometown in Wisconsin.
I'll be like the road runner. Me, out of Wisconsin and out here to the silo.
He makes this journey with $10,000 to $15,000 of construction equipment in tow, at least 4 times a year, spending as much as 2 weeks at a time at a nearby hotel as he works on his silo.
This tunnel, that's 40 feet long. The walls are heavily fortified. Now we're coming up on the upper command module. The upper and lower command here are going to be a pair of high security condos. I still have to finish all the demolition and cleanup. We have a lot to do. It's labor intensive. Takes friends, takes other help. One person can't do this. Guys? I've got great friends that help me out at the silo. Most of them are willing to take time out of their own schedules and their work lives and home lives and contribute out here to the effort.
Today, 2 of Jeff's prepper friends, Dale and Gordon, have returned to help him make his silo more secure.
What are our options? What do you got to work with?
Jeff wants to install state-of-the-art video surveillance, but until the silo's electrical system is fully restored, he must tackle defense from a more analog approach.
You got the igniter?
With few straight lines of fire and the danger of ricocheting bullets, Jeff wants to avoid gunfire inside the silo. So instead, he, Dale, and Gordon are converting a propane torch into a flamethrower. The goal is to create a fireball that will stretch across the length of the hallway, stopping any intruders in their tracks.
Okay, so we got to see if this goes all the way across.
Oh, that's not big enough.
What's the iron?
Yeah.
Or no?
I mean, I trust you, but...
That's a pretty successful test. So that definitely goes all the way across, though.
After 2.5 years spent restoring the silo, Jeff still needs to run electrical lines, build walls, and finish the plumbing. But there's one critical piece to his prepping plan that he's eager to have in place as soon as possible.
So, did you go on a date last night?
I did. And terrible, everybody sucks.
Did you?
Nobody likes silos. When I meet women, I tell them that I own the silo, but I approach it from a vacation property standpoint.
I mean, it's got to be hard to find somebody with your kind of standards. You got to be able to live underground.
My last girlfriend was about 6 years ago, and since I bought the silo, I haven't done much dating.
Lately, prepping has pushed his personal life to the wayside. So to expedite the search for his better half, he's created a profile on a nationally known dating website.
I'm a man.
What's that for? What's that mean?
Woman, no married, has kids. I'm looking for someone who can fill in the gaps and we can become an unstoppable survival force.
For now, Jeff is only considering women who live within a day's drive of the silo, so they would be able to reach it in an emergency bug-out situation.
Bow hunter. Nice picture. Let's see. Oh, no.
Jeff's chosen profiles for a few women he thinks could be perfect prepper matches. After 6 years of single life, he's about to put himself back out there. But when his blind dates see what Jeff has planned for their big night out, he might have to resign himself to facing doomsday alone.
Hi, Stephanie?
For the last 3 years, Jeff Flanagan has been attempting to turn a 17-story, almost 40,000 square foot former missile silo into his doomsday dream home. But he doesn't want to face an economic apocalypse alone. So after going 6 years without a girlfriend, he's turning to the internet to meet women he hopes can live up to his prepping expectations.
Hi, Stephanie?
Yeah.
I'm Jeff.
Jeff, it's nice to meet you.
You as well. Yeah, that's where do we start? Are you outdoorsy?
Yeah.
You like the outdoors?
We used to live out on a lake, and
Yeah. Survival skills? Got any survival skills?
No.
Do you think that the U.S. has the potential to financially collapse?
This is an interesting question. I don't think that we're going to see a collapse. And I surely hope that we don't. I'd like to think the best of people that we're going to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and work together. What brought you here? To the area. I've been here practically my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a place out here. I own an underground former government missile facility that I'm turning into basically an underground fortress in the event of financial collapse. Well, I hope I didn't surprise you too much with, or shock you with...
It certainly is interesting to talk about. It's interesting.
She's pretty. She's intelligent. She's got a little bit of what I would call a soft view of the world. There would probably be a pretty healthy learning curve.
I don't mean to sound like rude that he was paranoid, but yes, in a sense, I'm certainly more optimistic than that.
Like others who prepare for disasters, Jeff follows the prepper's rule of redundancy. He has backup plans for his backup plans.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Jeff.
Laura?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tonight, he's applied this rule by triple booking his evening, staggering the times of each date to avoid any overlap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you go camping at all or anything?
I go hunting a lot.
Awesome.
I just grew up with the notion that it's good to know what to do and how to do it. Worst case scenario type thing. So
Yeah.
I can do everything from operated backhoe to quilts.
Outstanding. I own a crane.
Cranes are cool.
And I own a former government facility. It's an Atlas F missile base.
Okay.
It's all underground.
Good for you.
Could you picture yourself living in a facility like that?
If I cared about you, yes.
Good answer.
If not, I wouldn't have trouble walking away. Perhaps running.
Sure. Laura's great. She's got a spectacular personality. She's got hunts. She brings a lot to the table. Anybody that can jump on a piece of equipment when they're needed is valuable.
It's not the worst thing I've ever been told. So on a date. So it wasn't a big deal, honestly. It didn't come as that much of a shock. I hope he calls me very much. Are you Jeff?
I am.
Hi.
Shirley?
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Did you have to drive far?
Not really, no.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
from Wichita.
Do you get into shooting sports at all or anything?
Wow. That's quite a winning way to start a first date, I guess. I'm actually a pretty fair shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Prior military.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're good shooting.
What capacity were you in the military?
I started out in the Navy doing search and rescue.
Oh, great. Outstanding. So it is a little awkward to be talking about things like this on a first date, I would say.
I would definitely say.
I'm the owner of a former Atlas F government missile site. It's all underground, and I'm turning it into a fortress of sorts. I'm looking for a partner in every sense of the word to, assist in every aspect in turning the silo into the fortress that I think it could be.
Oh my gosh.
Surly was compatible on a number of levels. Very attractive, military background, outgoing. I was very impressed with her.
I didn't even know you could buy a missile silo. Who goes out there and says, yeah, I'll take on one of those? Beach property, yes. Missile silo, slightly crazy. Absolutely.
Jeff hopes one of these three women could be the perfect mix of prepping partner and life partner he's looking for.
Hi, it's Jeff. How are you?
But now that they know about the silo, will he get a second date?
I wanted to find out if you'd be interested in possibly going out tomorrow.
Having gone 6 years without a girlfriend because of his focus on prepping his abandoned missile silo for an economic collapse, Jeff Flanagan is about to ask for a second date with the woman he hopes could become his ultimate prepping partner.
Hopefully she wants to see me again.
Hello?
Hi, Stephanie.
Yes.
Hi, it's Jeff. How are you? I wanted to touch base and find out if you'd be interested in seeing me again and possibly going out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'd like to learn more about your operation that you're working on.
Sounds great. I'm glad you're curious. So I'd love to have you over to my place tomorrow, but it's a little hard to find. So we'll set things up in the morning, and I'll really look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Great, see you then.
Have a good night.
You went with the fat one, I guarantee.
She said yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Stephanie's not a prepper, but
Oh,
Jeff
her?
senses a connection and also believes her positive attitude will be invaluable in a crisis situation.
She's got a real positive attitude.
I'd like to think the best of people that will band together.
That positive outlook, especially in a negative situation, could make life so much better. I'm realizing that I can teach the needed survival skills.
There are only a select number of people who know the exact location of the silo because Jeff follows the rules of operational security. To To maintain its secrecy, he's arranged to meet Stephanie at a nearby intersection.
Hi, Stephanie.
If you were looking for solitude, I think you found it.
Well, I hope you don't mind, but don't really know you that well yet, so if I could still keep one secret on the location, if you don't mind me.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
Blindfold for a couple of minutes?
Oh yeah, they're doing the carriage rides down.
I'm
by
really
the
not
falls
comfortable with that.
No?
this weekend.
It's only going to be for a couple of minutes while we take this real short drive.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
You'll take the leap of faith that far?
Seem trustworthy, so okay.
Admirable.
That could have been the end of her fucking life right there.
Just gonna
You're gonna get into a car and put a friggin' blindfold on?
Got GPS tracking on it just in case.
You come prepared, smart.
Yes, let's call it that.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was a little bit surprised that you said yes to come out today. Yeah, I color outside the lines just a little bit. Your running board right there, and there you go. And the big reveal.
Okay. There's not a whole lot up here, actually.
There's actually not much to be seen up here. The business end is all underground. Just be careful ducking in through the door.
Maybe I shouldn't have wore a skirt. This way. Okay.
These are the original blast doors for the silo. There's two of them to protect against an outside nuclear blast.
Okay. How far down does this go? Oh my goodness. I think you got some work to do to. Yeah, a fixer-upper. So, if you had to come down here in case of an emergency, don't you think you'd get lonely?
That's why I invited you out. And it is a situation where you could get lonely.
Okay. Fairly forward for a second date.
Creepy. I think she got hit pretty hard with the smell of old and the 50 years of decay that's gone on here up until this point.
And this is very raw, maybe, yeah. And no worry about the structural safety.
Jeff can sense that Stephanie's not impressed.
Watch your step across.
So he has saved the best part of his tour for last.
You're not afraid of heights, are you?
No. Oh, my land.
Jeff Flanagan thinks life after the economic doomsday he fears might be lonely, so he's looking for a compatible mate to complement his survival plan. But so far, Stephanie's not impressed with his future subterranean home.
You're not afraid of heights, are you?
Jeff hopes that he can save their second date by showing her the heart of his missile silo.
Oh, my land.
17 stories deep, it once held an intercontinental ballistic weapon, but now it houses Jeff's most valuable prepper resource.
This was the Prepper gold mine. There's 1.4 million gallons of water, pre-stored.
While the silo was vacant for more than 50 years, it collected 1.5 million gallons of rainwater, enough to fill 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
And an added bonus is you can harmonize with yourself.
So, you're a singer? Do you want me to give it a go?
I do, actually. This seems really fun. Can I go out and stand on the edge and do it? That is amazing.
That is amazing.
That is so neat.
I don't sound like that when I'm down there.
Jeff wants Stephanie to appreciate the silo for more than its acoustics. He wants to see if she has the prepper mentality it takes to survive by helping him retrieve his water supply.
How do you get to it? I mean, that's a ways down.
We have to go get it.
How?
Rappelling. Rope work. You up for it?
Me? No. No.
Well, I'm willing to go down if you can help me and be safety at the top.
Please tell me you've done this before.
They have.
Seems like there could be easier ways, like drop a submersible pump or something like over the edge.
It is a good prepper mentality. I like that. Let's go do this. Give me a hand getting over this ledge.
This date has been full of nervous moments.
So you kind of trusted me with the blindfold. I'm trusting you with the ropes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you doing okay down there?
I just actually got dizzy just a little bit.
Always at the water.
Can you drink this?
I've been working on this homemade water filter setup.
Jeff cleans his water using a biofilter, one of the most widely used water treatment methods in major cities around the world. The process is as simple as pouring dirty water over clean sand.
Alright, so do I just pour it up at the top then?
Mm-hmm.
While the water passes through the filter, impurities are trapped by the sand grain's coarse surface.
So there it is. Let's see how it tastes.
You first.
All right.
No twitching? How's it taste?
I'm still alive. Tastes pretty good.
I'll take your word for it.
You know, we could make a good team at this.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll just consider, helping out in the future.
This has been really neat, seeing everything that you do to prepare for whatever could happen. I would be open to seeing what other projects you have and just hanging out. Cheers.
Stephanie's a great person overall. Would have been nice if I could have gotten her to rappel and see how she handled that, but aside from that, what a voice.
That was scary. Not knowing what would lie behind the next corner, and then I'd be trapped forever. But it turned out to be really neat. I consider going on another date with him, yeah. No blindfolds this time, though.
Yeah, right, you liked it, bitch.
The experts,
Fucking
practical
blindfolders.
have reviewed your preps. Your shelter is impressive, But you need a better energy supply plan. You have no food preps, and your water supply is difficult to access.
That's a half-fair assessment for what's been revealed. However, I don't disclose everything on the second date either.
Your silo has a lot of potential. However, you currently lack the tactical training and manpower to defend your home effectively. Practical Preppers has scored your preps in 5 categories at 20 points each. Food, 3 out of 20 points. Water, 16 out of 20 points. Shelter, 12 out of 20 points. Security, 13 out of 20 points.
How? He has no... Oh, he had that fucking... stupid fucking flamethrower.
Gives you 12 X Factor points. Your total score is 56 out of 100. You have 2 months initial survival time.
I think that's a fair assessment of the progress that's been made out of the silo to this point.
I've returned to Wisconsin and finished the new hydraulic front door for the silo. That'll be installed on the next trip. I've also added another truck to the fleet for trips back and forth. As far as my dating life goes, I'm still availably single and haven't gone on any further dates with Stephanie.
In spite of the recent recession and European debt crisis, most economists believe a near-term depression is unlikely, and the odds of a global collapse that would result in a severe breakdown of society are remote.
Right. They say that after every show. It's so funny. Turn it off. I can't sit here and watch that shit over and over again. I mean, I could sit here and watch it over and over again, but I know you ain't trying to hear that shit over and over again.
LJT, got a minute? I feel like our little enterprise is doing well, but it could be doing even weller. You know, if we upgraded the equipment. It's your outlay, so it's your call. But think about it.
There ain't no sound to that video?
No. Super cute though.
Here's a Christmas card to you, Nancy and Dutch. Of course, it's not too far off yet now. Have yourself a merry from now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay.
Make the Yuletide gay.
From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. if the fates allow. Hang a shining star the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make that Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Ronald Reagan's crying. Give me a break.
Thank you to the choir.
You can make Ronald Reagan cry. That's fucking funny. Hey, bud. We're pretty much just wasting time. What are you doing? Obviously. I see that. Well, we can get rid of this bag of goods that I got here, bub. Bubbarunsky. Yeah, he's probably downloading pedo porn, dude. Lock him up. Take care of this guy. He's been a suspicious guy since the beginning. Yeah, that's gonna do nothing. He's buying a car to fuck babies in. Oh man, take him outside. Take care of this. I'm gonna take a nap while you take care of that. Fucking taking naps in GTA and shit. What the fuck is this world coming to? So you can watch me take a nap. What do you mean? Yo, I can put the privacy glass on too if you want. Look at the windows when I do that. I can turn those lights off, and then I come back here and you watch me on this other side. That is really creepy, bro. Oh, it's hurting my chest so fucking hard laughing like that. Oh my god. Oh man. That was funny. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Got the cat shirt on. He's just standing in the window. You look like a fucking mass murderer, dude. What the hell? That's fucking funny.
Let me see the charger, honey. Gonna get this phone charged up at night.
Oh, that's fucking funny. What'd you do? You break it? I don't even think that's a window, bro. Is it a window? I think it's just a... Look. It is a hole. My hand's going right through it. That's even fucking funnier, dude. What the fuck is wrong with this world, dude? You can't even... You thought it was a window for like fucking 10 minutes? You didn't try to put your finger through it? So you can like hear me, you can see me, you can smell me? Holy fuck. That's creepy. That's fucking creepy. Dude, that's a fucking butt fuck portal, dude. That's what that is. Look, you just stick your ass right in there. Right there, bro. I wish I could bend over right now to show you what the fuck it would look like, but you can't do that hunched over shit when you're indoors, I guess. You just sit your ass right in the sill, right? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Fucking butt fuck portal. That is so fucking funny. Did you hear this dude over here? He's laughing too. You got Tony in the dark over here. You don't know what site he's on. I know he does too. That's exactly what that's for, bro. It's fucking Tony when you're sleeping. That is so gay, dude. That is funny as hell. He's on fucking that bubblegum website, dude. What is it called? He's on that fucking Princess Bubblegum fucking website. That was fucking funny, dude. That whole shit is on live right now. I've been live all day, but I haven't been doing nothing. I've just been sitting there watching shit on YouTube. And fucking as soon as you can, and it was dead the whole time for like 3 or 4 hours, and then you were like standing in front of me like, what are we doing, bud? And then all that took place, so it's all on fucking YouTube. That's so funny. You can go and watch that anytime on YouTube. Fucking butt portal. That's fucking funny. I gotta turn the lights back on before we get raped in here with this guy. Word. This dude's creeping and shit. Is this somebody Tony's been dating online? He just called him over, and he's waiting by the door right now. He's waiting for Tony. Hey, you're on the gay website, DudeTube, talking to Tony. Come on in. He's bobbing his head, walking in. That's gay. Tony, your fucking date's here. He looks like a fucking dude from DudeTube. Look at his face. Oh, I'm dying. He's like a fucking fat-faced Korean kid. Tony, your date's here. Come on. Oh, look, he's acting like he's looking at girls now. Fuck that shit. He ain't looking at girls. His name's Gay Tony. He ain't looking at fucking girls. Your boyfriend's here, dude. Come on, get off the computer. Show him some respect. That's fucking funny. Alright, let's do some jobs now, I guess. That was worth it. That was funny enough to get me out of fucking watching YouTube. Alright. I was watching Doomsday Preppers on YouTube for like 3 hours, doing nothing on the live stream. I gotta cut that end piece out and just make a video. That's fucking funny. I'm gonna name it fucking... I'm gonna name it the butt portal. The butt puck, the butt, I'm gonna name, I can't put the butt fuck portal, so I'll put the butt puck portal. The butt puck portal. They'll be like, what? The butt puck? That's fucking funny. Alright. Dude, he's looking at this fist over here. He's about to put his ass on it. His fist himself. The fuck? Look at him. He's staring right at it. That's Tony's butt plug. Tony walks up and just puts his fucking ass right down on there. That's fucking gay. Come on. We're done. Can't take it anymore. What a fucking mug this guy's got. He's got a face only a mother can love. Look at him looking at the fist. Look at him looking at the fist. He's looking right at it. He's standing next to it. Join the MC, bro. Oh, that's so great. Look at him. He's trying to figure out how to fist himself in the game. He's trying. Alright. Enough BS. Did you guys join it? This dude didn't join it. He's really here just for Tony. Oh man, he was looking at like naked Roman statues just now. What was he looking at? What the fuck was he just looking at, bro? He's looking at like Roman statues of naked men. What the hell? And then as soon as you go over there, he switches it. Menopause Adventures. Trying to buy boner pills. That's fucking funny. Alright, this is the last invite for the MC, guys. And we're gonna take a ride and get out of this butthole portal. You don't own a car? Are you serious? Oh man, we're gonna change that. You're gonna own a car, bud. You sold all your cars for hookers, didn't you? You can't even bang a hooker. Oh, you just steal cars and bang your hookers now, huh? He sold all his cars to bang hookers and stolen cars. That's funny. You can hop on the side, bud. He's like, I'm good. I ain't riding on the side of that. What'd you do, bud? Where's he going? Okay. Guess I'll be the queen bee. All these hovercrafts around me look like bees. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, dude, I fell so hard earlier. My back's already fucked up. I fell on my chest and it laughing like I was just laughing. It hurt so fucking bad. That was so funny though. I couldn't help myself. Fucking Tony, gay Tony in the butt puck portal, dude. They're gonna love that. So did Tony call you over from the dating site? How did you get there? How did you get there, bud? Did you like get there and Tony was ignoring you, acting like he was looking at females? And then you were like, what's up? You want some work, bud? You want to go to work? That's so funny. What was your screen name on DudeTube? Make the Yule time gay? Or the Yule tide? That's what it is. Fucking Yule tide. Yeah, put them biscuits on ice, bitch. We'll toast them up when they're ready, when they're due. No, none of that. Man, you guys haven't gone through a pole yet without hitting it yet. What if I just dropped the mine, dude? Be careful. Doesn't matter, it's a hovercraft. It'll blow up that too. Believe me, I've blown one up like that. That's why when you're on the bikes, you're not supposed to ride on the road, so that if they drop mines. Yo, we got a deluxe on. There you go. Alright. Johnny Mnemonic down. Looks like we got a jet too. Go chase that jet down, guys.
Hi. What service are you looking for? Okay, I can deal with it. There. You'll have a minute.
There's a plane out there to the right. I don't know if he has any guns, but looks like one of them planes you could just fly around. Surprised you guys didn't fall off your bikes yet. The littlest thing makes me fall off them bikes. Like if I'm riding up the side of a building and I catch the corner of it, it's a done deal. Good job. Oh, watch it. Don't go over that. Excuse me. Watch your rocks, bud. Uh-oh. Right in the water. See, I told you those things were shoddy. Shifty little things. I got one too. I know what it's like. Makes you think you're invincible, and then all of a sudden you catch your ass on a rock and you're done. Alright, Dash. Give me a butt portal up here. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff, bud. I'll give you a boost now. Alright, don't go in that tunnel. Come on, boost me through the tunnel, bud. You're the only one with the truck. Or not. Sorry, bud. Alright, good job, guys. Alright, everybody get in this truck over here with Dash. What the? A two-seater fucking scooter? Where'd you get that from? That is so funny. Chill, bro. Before you get fucked up. Where? How did you mod that scooter like that? I've never seen one of those. Huh. Alright, we're going to the bunker, guys. Come on. Who's sniping, yo? Ooh. God. Fucked up. Alright, go to the bunker. Yeah, he probably does, but he's probably pissed you just killed him. Man, you weren't kidding, huh? I'm joking. Yeah, I gotcha. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Don't use the Lord's name in vain, Bruddy. I don't know.
cause I'm no longer acting. I walk around like I got rings around me like Saturn. Boys feel to keep away, y'all use shenanigans. All my new stuff, I really rep Louisiana. And people who ain't from the South make us start laughing. They think that this and this so when they call us ratchet. Hold on. They telling me that you can have it all, you have to share the wealth. We gon' play keep away, you try to keep it for yourself. When a little man cuts out the middle man, they put it next to my consent so they can put an album on the shelf. The only problem is that if I leave them, there is no one else. They try to clone me like, really, bro, you thought we couldn't tell. I live my
Dude, it's so funny. The live stream thumbnail is of the butt portal, dude. That is so funny. Dude, it's so funny. The live stream thumbnail is of the butt portal, dude. So stupid. What about your butt plug, bud? He's whispering something about his butt plug. He's got a hat that says bigness on it. And he's from Dude Tube with a purple hoodie. And his breath smells like butthole and balls. Alright, that's exactly what I was gonna look for. Oh. Yes.
the worst cause I'm no longer acting. I walk around like I got rings around me like Saturn. Boys feel to keep away, y'all use shenanigans. All my new stuff, I really rep Louisiana. And people who ain't from the South make us start laughing. They think that this and this.
Go to the channel and sub if you want. You can get a chance at winning 10 mil in GTA money. Channel is mr-stillwinning, just like the tag, middle score.
When a little man cuts out the middle man, they put it next to my consent so they can put an album on the shelf. The only problem is that if I leave them, there is no one else. They try to clone me like, really, bro, you thought we couldn't tell. I live my house up to the hills and then I ask God for help and then I ask them for forgiveness. When they ask them what's the sale, I reply, I need all of it. The whole budget, the big numbers, the way we ball make them pause when they stop and see them big commas. We walk around like give a runs, if we ain't the ghost of weeds, I'm talking llamas with a new groove, all the money and all the clothes. The whole bus paying extra butter on the dinner roll still wouldn't be enough. Believe in God, you don't have to believe in us. They colorblind so they ain't seeing nothing. If they say they can't, they lie. When they find out you can read, I guarantee they ain't buying. Wasn't gonna say a word, but I can't keep quiet. Just wanna make their pockets fatter like they can't keep dies. I'm optimistic like that doesn't mean I can't keep trying. I'm talking to myself like don't worry, it'll be fine. Should have a probate the way these people all on my line. But I suggest you don't cross me, that wouldn't be wise. Should go and pro skate the way I'm always on my grind. My bad, I apologize for that predictable line. I maneuver like a dope dealer, they want my supply. If you don't hear that it's a high, then I'll be there in mine. Everyone up in my squad, then we commit crimes. You can charge me for arson, cause I do spit fire. Born in 93 and ever since I've been that guy. Trying to buy a piece of land so I could be that squad. It bothers people when you do things without asking. All because it shows the fact you really don't need them. I'd rather be a gospel singer than a Christian rapper. Cause Kurt Franklin got up on the Kanye feature. To tell the truth, going this hard ain't easy. To tell the truth, the competition will probably never. Like how you beat the dude who's making all your beats and it gets worse because you can't beat because you hungry and you never bite the hand that feeds you. Y'all don't hear me, y'all just wanna look for any reason. I got my money in the bed like I'm in no deacon. Turns out they feel play cause all these songs with the most plays all got the AJ feature. Oh Jesus, they like we want an interview. But that is on the list of things that I ain't finna do. I'd rather be an Indian, Squanto and build me a casino. But we all know exactly what the pilgrims do. Wanna know about me that you can't just Google. They all ask the same question like when you start doing music. Man, I'm TJ Henderson, smart guy with a smart mouth. The only time I don't is when I just play stupid. They're like, I know you do the CHS, but you may be the best. And my only reply was, what was that I meant no disrespect. You can ask Keyshawn the Street, I never heard of it. I've only been making music, nothing more, nothing less. Basically, I knew who Lecrae was and I respected his grind. He was the first rapper I recognized I was crossing the line. Up on BET showing that he wasn't ashamed of his faith. I felt like I had no excuse to go and be ashamed of mine. I found out about Andy cause white people support their own skin. Rapping like a black guy, how could you not support him? My homie CJ put me up on Social Club and they were way too relatable. I've always felt like a misfit. But other than that, it's Drake, 2 Chainz, and J. Cole, and K. Dot, and Kanye, and Kanye, and Kanye. Big Sean, T-Sky, Future, and Luther Vandross. He's the reason I've been singing, blame him for my bad notes. PJ Morton is one reason I started playing piano. Spent weekends here and weekend hit all the falsettos. Let the horns drop. I was ready to get it. Listen to Shawty Low said that he could rock it acapella. I sung to this one girl, she used to always ignore me. Now I'm the one ignoring her because I know she ain't for me. I remember we bumped. He's a legend, how he created a whole new sound, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, that's why these strangers hit me up. I just wonder, what's the females? How they even go get my number? They call my phone and what's good? Do you have some time to talk? With no more excuses, I'ma start saying, nah, I don't wanna. They like, I just hit you up because I'm trying to connect. Like I got Wi-Fi for them to go get on the internet. I say I'll call you right back and hopefully that's the end of that. I gotta hand it to them, they make sure I wouldn't feel that. They like, let's build something, bro, and then they get real specific. And at this point, I just hang up before they bring up the distance. Man, my house has been built. I only got room for my family and friends, no room for guests.
Let's go, Jive Turkey.
And all these label guys trying to chop the number up like samurais, way more than giving ties. They gon' have you skinned alive. Feel so disrespected, I should get the double barrel, trying to walk the straight and narrow. But have you ever had some curly fries? Y'all act like y'all knew this, making me put up with foolishness. I sat up in the meeting, y'all didn't even know who Boosie is. Y'all didn't do y'all research. Y'all don't know how much I'm worth. They can't be hard. You can Google this, y'all hooligan. They trying to bring my face like I don't know who movies in. I dropped a Vegeta and I did what they said I wouldn't do again. They thought that sauce was a fluke. That song had been broke the roof. A year later, they still jamming because it sounds brand new. I never tried to hide God the whole time I stayed true. It ain't no secret what he's done for others, he'll do for you. Let's go to Silence and Kel, Reggie and Willow, DJ, the big dogs looking down now, so keep doing you. And telling me that you can have it all unless you share the wealth. We gon' play keep a wave, you try to keep it for yourself. When a little man cuts out the middle.
Where are all these dudes coming from?
Put an album on the shelf. The only problem is that if I leave and there was no one else, you tried to clone me like really, bro. You thought we couldn't tell? I lift my eyes up to the hills and then I ask God for help, and then I ask him for forgiveness when they ask him what for sale. I did all of it. The whole budget, the way we ball make them pause when they stop and see them big commas. We walk around like emperors if we ain't the ghost of wisdom talking llamas with a new crew. All the money and all the clothes, the whole buffet and extra butter on a dinner roll still wouldn't be enough.
Yo, Jive Turkey, slow down so I can catch up and we can get back off the radar, bro. Dropping bombs on him. Man. We only got a mile to go. Just keep it moving. He ain't gonna be able to blow you up unless he comes right over you, and that's impossible if you're moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. He ain't gonna be able to see us now on the map too. Just keep going. Down. Yep. There you go. Right here. Right here. Right here. This way. Here he comes.
I wrote a song I still remember. I don't know why y'all pretending I guess everyone forgot. I put it on the table. Was
alright, take it right, take it right, take it right.
My life and I ain't even use a pot. That was back when ain't nobody listened, but I told him every single thing that I would do, and now they had the shot. Now the labels wanna come and buy me, trying to sign me.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Me out, but now I'm on the stop. Started chasing women, they was gaining my attention. Only saw me as a color green, so I had to stop. Birds of a feather flock together. If they ever talking negative about me, that was never in my flock. Made relationships with people who knew I was lethal. We were Taliban away before my dress were ever locked. Got a small circle that's around to keep me grounded, keep it honest with me, even if I make it to the top. Phone on the charger while I'm watching Law and Order, got me thinking about this current situation with the cop. Another trending topic of discussion, real discussion, sick of all these loopholes, Lord knows I hate crops. Big dog told me if I ever have a problem, not to doubt him, just to let him know I hate panty lines, flesh is never satisfied. Every wise thing I know I got it from my pops. If you make it to your dream and you're making money clean, you either rap a handle like a mop. Strings get pulled, but at least your stomach full. If your last name Johnson, you better know how to rock. And if you don't know how to roll, then rap about getting stoned. And if you're over 6 feet, you can shoot it like a Glock. Like stop, think fast, get cash, don't react to laugh, pop, champagne and rubber bands, don't complain and get mad. To be smart, first class stuff. Any veins, mustache, wave and shake, they hands, smile and do your little dance. Shut up and let's get this money. You always crying my son. Why is you funny? I know that food is disgusting, but not out in public. You better act right at this luncheon.
Alright, I'm here, yo. Where are you at?
We ain't talking proper, we just kicking it and I ain't talking soccer. I don't believe in logic cause ballin' ain't a problem. Know they dread to see me on the team and now I'm on the roster. In the fourth quarter I can guarantee $1 even if it comes to
alright, let's leave the area, guys.
If everyone's against me, I'ma act like James Winston in the kitchen. That's no disrespect to Marcus Mariota. I'ma toss that thing. New whip, yeah, I bought that thing. Skirt, yeah, I crossed that lane. I don't know what I'm wearing, but I'm as sharp as a fang. This Silas wasn't use a slang. What he said, oh man, I ain't getting money, yeah, I bought that chain. But in my Frito, or am I disrespected by making all of these Fritos? Once I'm lonely number till you start making zeros. I'm I never copy, just getting paper like Kinko's. And I forget my message like texting, no, we delete those. And he just beat up women like taking, no, we don't see those. I know he raped that girl, but does he really need prison? He's a really fine woman, 3 months in with Fritos. While others get locked up without a people. If it ain't about race, why ain't the jail time equal? But this I have to do with Jesus, man, I can't believe those. I have to understand that Obama should have been vetoed. I have a question, maybe I can ask the mayor. This one and out says it don't even have to be fair. I know it shouldn't be scared, but why police officers have a higher shot percentage than NBA players? But then I say no problem, I'm just gonna stay in the house. Then I think about Chris Brown and how that thing played out. It's funny cause I thought that it was just in the South. I guess getting original make black go out of style. Like I think fast, get cash, don't react to laugh, pop, champagne and rubber bands, don't complain and get mad. To be smart, first class stuff. Any veins, mustache, wave and shake, they hands, smile and do your little dance. Shut up and let's get this money. You always crying my son. Why is you funny? I know that food is disgusting, but not out in public. You better act right at this luncheon. No, don't say nothing. Just pretend it's so funny.
I can kill you though.
Shut up and let's get this money. You always crying my son. Why is you bugging? I know that food is disgusting, but not out in public. You better act right at this luncheon. No, don't you do it. You better not say nothing.
You guys gotta get out of the area. Leave that airport. There you go. Good job.
Amazon has everything you need for your holiday get-together, with low prices and free shipping on millions of items. Like Amazon Basic 16-piece dinnerware set, rivet metal serving tray, and Stone Beam faux fur throw blanket. For everything you need this holiday, visit Amazon.
I ain't scared. I'm God-fearing, I ain't scared. This is my generation, we not good at being patient. Pretending that we some gangsters with college station. We just be saying, we know exactly what we doing and turn out our opportunities. It's all high, man. I like this. You back. Now where you go? Where you been from? Huh? Cool. I'm back. I'm back. Look at my bag. Been gone so long, I almost forgot what I had. Wiping it down. What a rag. What a rag. Cool. God, this bad. I was gone, but now I'm back. I'm back in my bag. Been gone so long, I almost forgot who I am. Wiping it down. What a rag. Yeah. God is good, my girl is back. I was gone, but now I'm back in my bag like a ransom. Back in my bag like a snack. I go through a lot, so my heart is heavy. I'm moving weight like a fat kid. I got so much.
Alright, so this morning, I might have jumped the gun a little bit. That's okay. Let me tell you guys what you missed this morning. So, this morning I had a message forwarded to me, actually an article by Express News off a story that RT ran. This right here. I had it sent to me today. This was written yesterday. Today, okay? Solar storm predicted for today, threatening blackout. Alright, I got this today. This was published yesterday, December 5th. The article goes on to say, tomorrow, Earth could be plunged into darkness. Where's the tomorrow part? I don't know. I'm not going to read it all to you. Oh, right here. Plunged into darkness tomorrow. Alright? Which would actually be today. And what they're saying happened is we're in solar minimum right now, so there's very little sunspot activity. And if you look at the article, here's what they say happened. They say, this is because magnetism has erupted from the sun's surface, unleashing cosmic radiation into deep space. They're saying that Earth was in the direct line of it, and it could knock the grid out today. Now, I made that video this morning going over this article and the California fires. And then after doing the live stream, I went to spaceweather.com, and it said it had went from an 80% chance of hitting the Earth to a 1% chance. So at the time I did the video, it had already been downgraded from 90% to 1%. That must be why the mainstream media didn't pick it up. So, yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. But, moral of the story, I went out, got some last minute prep stuff, some supplies, some tools, some water, some toilet paper, some more MREs, because it's coming soon, okay? It's coming soon. Look at the Dow. What's the Dow at? I just got home from shopping, so I wanted to go live after deleting that video and put something up. The Dow's only down 342 points today. I guess it was down 800 earlier, and then 600 people were emailing me. So the Dow isn't too bad, but they're about to pull the plug, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what you say, they're about to pull the plug. There's a ton of predictive programming about EMPs, disinfo. I am 100% certain that California was attacked. with some type of weaponry, either DEWs or some pulse weaponry, some magnetism weaponry. We're going to go over that again. California was attacked. And here's the scary thing. You can do all the prepping you want. You can have guns and ammo and food and water. If they blow your house and your car up, none of it's going to do any good, you guys. The stock market's going to crash, you guys. Soon. Soon. Trust me. John X Army has been trying to make money. Thank you for the donation. I've been trying to make money on the stock market and this and that and Bitcoin over the past couple years. And I'm telling you, it's doing exactly what it does on the way down. There's going to be a huge freaking drop. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you my thoughts, my observations from my experience trading. And it doesn't look good, all right? So, I want to talk about the California weapons, but I want to talk about being prepared. I think that every person should be prepared. I did so much EMP research yesterday. They're saying be prepared for a year to 18 months if the grid's to go down. You guys, I'm not prepared for a year to 18 months. I might be able to feed 3 or 5 people for 3 months on small rations. Yeah, thank you, 5150. So, moral of the story, today I read that article and I thought to myself, what don't I have that I freaking need? And I went and got those. I got big boxes of toilet paper, more. I already got two 55-gallon drums of water, one here, one at the bug out location. You know me, I'm a felon, so I'm not stocking up on guns and ammo. Everybody in my family, they have their gun rights. They're all veterans. They're all good people. So I feel like if I just buy tons of food and water, if stuff hits the fan, hopefully that'll make up for me not having any weapons. So that's unfortunate, but I'm doing the best I can, and I'm doing it in a way so that I don't risk getting in trouble. That's the one that you do not want to be in jail when something like this happens. But this article is brilliant. This article that I went live about this morning, and everybody needs to hear this. This is why I'm remaking this video. And there is going to be some graphic content in a minute. Now look, Earth could be plunged into darkness, with solar winds having the power to affect satellites, knocking out GPS navigation, mobile phone signal, and satellite. Okay, now listen, this is the key to figuring out the weaponry used in California. A surge of particles can also lead to high currents in the magnetosphere, which I'm not buying all this. I think let's switch this out. Secret weapons can lead to a surge of particles that can lead to high currents in the magnetosphere, which can lead to higher than normal electricity in power lines. How high? Higher than normal? High enough to blow up your house and melt your car? That high? Resulting in electrical transformers and power station blowouts and loss of power. Now, the reason why this sentence is so important is it explains California, the town of paradise. Take a look here. I'll bring it to you. Yes, everybody, you all commented. You all told me telephone poles are treated so that they'll be fire resistant. I get it. But telephone poles, the cables on them are made to handle a high voltage of power, electricity, all right? Your house is not. Your car is not. The electrical systems in your home and your car, they are not made to handle high voltage. So take a look at this right here, okay? This video is from A Plain Truth YouTube channel. He's got a few. I recommend you go over there, you show him love, you support him. You watch all these videos. They're graphic. I'm going to breeze through them. What this is showing you is that some weapon was used that only affected the cars and the homes. All right. Now, why didn't it burn the telephone poles up? I know they're fire resistant. It didn't, because these cable lines are made for high voltage. Obviously, the cars and the homes are not. Let me put my headphones on. And let's jump around for a second.
Are still green. So there's green hedges right there. And
look, you see these green hedges? In the middle of a flaming inferno, green hedges. Why do you think that is? Because only the houses and the cars were affected.
Green hedges right there.
Look.
Telephone pole that's not burnt.
California was attacked. Think of the movie Mars Attacks. Think of the alien movie Tom Cruise is in.
More trees that...
Telephone poles are made to handle high voltage. That's why they are not utterly destroyed like the cars and the homes.
Is there something that's common with what we're seeing? And that's metal. Now you can see the cars are burnt to a crisp. This particular...
Look. See Fullerton report. Hey, thank you guys for the donations. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I will check out Fullerton report. So, what I'm getting at here is this article, and I know I'm repeating myself, is very important. Switch the words around. Secret weaponry can cause a surge of particles that can lead to high currents in the magnetosphere, which can lead to higher than normal electricity in power lines, resulting in electrical transformers and power station blowouts and a loss of power. I'm telling you, they used weaponry in California.
Your image has the telephone pole on top of the vehicle.
The telephone poles are made for high voltage currents, and that's why they're not utterly destroyed like the cars and the homes. It seems like anything that conducts electricity, anything metal, was utterly destroyed. These people were on the road in town. Cars are blown up. There's upside down cars. There's cars flipped off the side of the road. I mean, these people were trying to get away.
Vehicle. Telephone poles untouched and not burnt.
This is a war zone. This was an attack on California.
Telephone pole not burnt. If you notice, cars are igniting the plastics and stuff around them with copper wiring. Why did the telephone poles not burst?
Jumping around here. All right, now this video is about to get graphic. YouTube's probably going to pull it down or censor it. So if you're watching, stick around right now because it's about to get graphic. This video might not be up later, all right? This man, check this out, that goes right along with the theory. This man was following behind other people in a car. He got out of his vehicle or ran his vehicle into a stream, or he jumped into a stream, something, and everybody else died, and he didn't, because he got out. Now check it. Watch. Graphic
Well, I'm show you what happened here. This poor soul right here got burned out.
Fucking skeletons in the cars and shit. Jeez.
People. A body. This is what fire does. A small dog. This is what happens. I was not, but oh my God, I'm feet away from here. This is where I jumped over the fence right there.
Hear that? Jumped over the fence right there.
This guy didn't make it. There's a bunch of dead bodies here. We got trapped. Oh. Oh.
It might have something to do with chemtrailing. Making things more conductive. I don't know. I'm throwing theories out. Now look at this.
I cannot breathe. He pulled out my car. Let my car run. Now, this is the poor guy came down to get my crippled friend out. And
look.
He didn't make it. Nobody made it down here. These people all got burned out. I was right down below them here. And my friend...
There's his friend that didn't make it. You see him right here? These people were trying to get away. This was no ordinary wildfire, you guys. 100% it was not.
As the car's on fire.
This was an attack on California.
So real quick,
and they're hiding it. Let me tell you what they're hiding. They're hiding the real body count. They're hiding that. They keep saying 25 people missing. People are guessing 3,000 dead. This was an attack on California, ladies and gentlemen.
He's panning around. Check out the color
From
of these
evil,
fires.
evil people.
Why are they blue? Could be a filter on the camera, a crappy cell phone or whatever. I just find it odd that the flames are blue. Keep watching.
You can see he's dead, and his mother. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, these people all got burned out. There's dead bodies in here. They're all burned. Every fucking one of them. You see the bones in the front seats. These people got burned out in their cars like I almost did. Dead, dead, dead. Everybody here is dead. All 4 cars. I went to their house right here in this white car to get them out. She had to put her makeup on. She died because of it. I cannot believe my Jeep made my dogs. I prayed. This is the Holy Spirit working for you. I mean, my dogs went through the fire. It's totally meltdown.
It might be. He said this is the Holy Spirit working for him. He prayed. He prayed. So, that is why that article was so big to me today from the news. That obviously after I did the story, I went to spaceweather.com and felt like a real big jerk. That the warning had went from 90% certainty to 1%. Matter of fact, Mr. Patriot sent me a message. He said, John, calm down. Space Weather downgraded it to 1% before you did your video. And I thought, oh God, do I delete it? And I deleted it, but it's very important that you're prepared. Imagine if right now the power goes out or everything bursts into flames. Are you prepared? What don't you have? So I went through my head today, what don't I have? And I went and got those things. I did a bank run too. I pulled money out the bank. Important dates. Tomorrow, I believe tomorrow's the 77th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Be a good day for them to...
It's the 100th anniversary, not the 77th, you douche.
Like to do things like that. There's a bunch of important dates through this whole
I don't
month
even know
of
what the
December.
hell he's talking about.
I don't know the future.
But
All I
yo,
know
that
is
anniversary
I am
of Pearl Harbor shit is dead ass, because
angry.
when the Chinese people come over here and team up with whoever they can, like the Russians and whoever, it's Red Dawn, motherfuckers. Watch that movie if you don't know what that is. They're gonna come take this land for the money we owe them. Sorry your parents never told you.
And that I see the stock market fluttering. I see Americans' rights being taken away. Let me tell you what really blew my socks off last night. Come to find out, America, we are not buying gold and silver at this time. You know who is? China, Russia. The other countries of the world, their governments are buying gold and silver. What do you think happens? America's not buying gold and silver. That's a fact. Our government is not. What do you think happens when America has none and all the gold and silver is in the East? What do you think happens to the power structure of our world when China and Russia have all the gold and silver? Do you see power moving? It's going from west to east. That is why you should be prepared. That is why you should be buying gold and silver. That is why you should be buying food and water. Don't break the bank. Pay all your bills. You know what I mean? Pay all your bills. Handle your responsibilities. Don't send no John X Army's money on YouTube. With whatever extra you have, instead of getting them cigarettes or that beer or the Starbucks, invest it. Food insurance. Why does everybody have health insurance, car insurance, house insurance, but no food insurance? I watched EMP videos last night, right? And I think they were talking about New York or Manhattan or somewhere. They said Manhattan has enough food for every person to get 1,000 calories in a EMP grid down situation. That's not even a day worth of food in reserve. What do you think's going to happen? If all the power goes out, there are going to be groups of people going door to door looking for food. What happens when all that food's gone? I don't know, but they say that's our #1 threat. And you can comment fear porn all you want. I have learned what is important. I have learned that I was tricked into electronics and clothes and house and car, and I was tricked into all these things that don't freaking matter. You need a way to defend yourself. You need food, water, real money. Speaking of real money, let's get to it. Lisa Patch, I notified her last night. Lisa Patch is a great contributor to this channel, so I'm glad to tell you that I will be mailing you an ounce of silver on, I'm going to mail the first 9 or 10 out on December 10th or 11th. If you look behind me, I told the Patreons last night in a private stream, I told them I was going to say this. I should have saved this ammo for later, but I'll use it right now. I'll use it again later. The next person who calls John X Army a shill, I'm going to coffee rant on them. Because let me tell you something. Shills do not sign 31 Christmas cards and tape ounces of silver inside them and mail them out to their supporters. Shills don't take 3 hours doing this. Shills don't spend the money doing this.
We're good? Maximum investment for maximum reward. That's what we're talking about today. Deliver the cars and don't let anyone mess with you.
That Deluxo's still out there, guys. Keep an eye out. Huh?
Cleaning her closet.
Was she?
Yeah, like back there, she ran from her closet underneath the bed.
Oh. Let's breeze right past all these dudes. So much for that idea.